So I want to introduce our next presenter, Grant McGaugh. Grant works in the branding industry, and we just came off of a B2B presentation, so we're moving into another B2B presentation. And I think a lot of you have come into this course saying, how do I market B2B? And I think Paul's presentation is a great example of that, and Grant is going to do the same thing. In fact, one of the things that stood out to me within Grant's presentation, and you'll see too, and definitely take notes on this, is just how thorough his customer journey is. He knows right down to a T how many touch points he needs to reach to connect with somebody in order to move them down the sales funnel. And I'm really excited for Grant to kind of expound upon that and share a little bit more about his real life campaign. So with that, Grant, I'm happy to turn it over to you.
Let's come off of mute first, right? Where I can share sound. Let's get the presentation up. Just let me know if you can see it.
Yep, looks good on our end.
All right, so this is my Facebook ad journey, which was quite a journey of itself. We are moving, I've done a lot in organic marketing, and then how do you go to paid? Because now you're putting your money on the line. So when you're going to put money in the line, you really got to be frugal about it. You don't want to just burn like George said, I just burned $50. You don't want to just light your money on fire. So you want to be able to make sure it's done accurately. And I really appreciate BizHack for doing that, because it shows you what is going to work and what is not going to work, and be able to test. Test first, verify it's going to work, and then you can really get explosive in what you want to do. So just a little bit about my business story and what I have been doing. And I want to tell you that, I am Grant McGaugh, and I am your guide on this journey to personal brand mastery, which is a little different. So challenges that have marked my professional path was I worked tirelessly, but I often find myself bypassed for key promotions and opportunities. And this experience led to a significant need for a service dedicated to empowering professionals in crafting and amplifying their personal brands. So driven by that type of insight, I founded my personal brand coaching business. So my mission is simple. It's profound, but to assist individuals in uncovering their unique strengths, forging a compelling and cohesive message, and producing impactful content to highlight their capabilities and knowledge. So my passion lies in aiding others to reach their career aspirations and unlock their potential. And in today's fiercely competitive job landscape, I firmly believe that a robust personal brand is advantageous and critical. And through the Follow the Brand show, I am dedicated to offering the tools, insights, and support necessary for professionals to distinctly position themselves and make a mark in their respective fields. So I'd like you to join me in this endeavor. It's not just to navigate, but to excel in the world of personal branding. And together, let's shape your story and elevate your professional journey. So you see here, I've got different individuals that have gone through my program. And I start with a personal brand journey. It's a 4-week engagement to develop our brand. These are professionals. And you see there's different types of individuals here that have gone through my process, became a guest on my world-class podcast. I was actually ranked #1, or I would say in the top 10 of personal brand podcasts in the world by FeedSpot last year. They were getting another award this year. So it's been very, very successful. My tagline is we build 5-star brands that people will follow. And I have the Follow the Brand podcast and TV series that I air every week. So who is my audience? Now, the audience in my demographic are professional people. 25 to 55 is a broad range, but it really is that sweet spot between 35 and 45. People with an advanced degree. People specifically, they're looking to transition either in their career or their business, and they're just unsure of how to take that next leap. They understand pretty much, I know I need a resume, I know I need a CV, I know I need to physically network, but I am lost in this digital world completely. And I need help in knowing how to present myself effectively, because you've got to put content on top of your funnel as you start to move down that world of email, phone call, in-person visits. Search and social are huge. So my audience and what I wanted to give them as an irresistible offer is the power of brand identity. It's an ebook that I created through AI using Design RR. You can look that up. It's very, very good because you can take content and quickly make an ebook that's very valuable, that is very impactful in what you wanted to do. So for me, I will give you a free, one-time, absolutely free personal brand assessment so we can take a look at your brand, and I will give you this ebook, and that's a $300 offer for anybody that would like. So I use that in my lead generation ad. And you'll see I did actually 2 ads. So my lead generation ad was exactly that. I had my call to action. You can see that I had the ebook available. That was the graphic that I created. And we got a lot of indications of, first of all, was the ad attractive? Did we get engagement? What did it look like? So we started out with that $50 ad. I used Facebook as my landing page. I didn't use my website at this point. I said, hey, let's just make a quick and easy Facebook landing page, see what it looked like, see what it gained attraction, and it did. I was able to get a lot of good action. Now, I also made a thumb-stopping video for my lead generation, my awareness ad, which I actually love. And I'm going to play that for you. And the whole point of this is that when I'm creating my Follow the Brand podcast TV series, that's at the end, almost toward the end of my funnel. Remember, I'm doing a 4-week engagement of how to develop your personal brand through my Brave framework. Then they go on to the show. And then, of course, I've got to have merch. If you don't have merch, it kind of loses the purpose. So I developed merchandise. And here's the ad that I went with that with my Follow Brand store that I created for e-commerce. Ready to elevate your brand and make a lasting impact? Dive into the world of the Follow Brand where insights meet action. Shop now at our e-commerce store for exclusive merchandise that speaks to you. Transform, engage, and soar with 5-star BDM. Your journey to brand brilliance begins today. Ready? Oh, okay. So let's take a look at the numbers. So when running that ad, and this is my awareness ad, for $50, we got 22,000 people that saw that ad, which I thought was pretty impressive. My CPM, it was just a couple bucks. We had 13,000 had that 3-second play, and about 7,900 or 8,000 people, saw the ad throughout, right? And this was just an awareness ad, not doing lead generation, but just getting people to be aware that their merchandise, the e-commerce store, was now stood up. And I like the results from that, because you think about 8,000 people, that's like going to a very nice basketball game. And if you look at the impression, that's a sold out basketball game that saw my entire ad. So that was great. So that goes into my aha. What were my aha or my insight? Is that for a little bit of money, I can get a lot of visibility. It was really the biggest takeaway. And you start thinking about the time that it takes to actually generate visibility. Somebody is aware. Think about now, you're going down the street looking at a billboard, or you see a shop or something like that. Digital marketing is by far the most attractive, most cost-effective way to actually create awareness and then get into lead generation to create sales pipeline and sales funnel. So in a nutshell, that's exactly was my biggest aha. Now, what's next for me is now to take that understanding. I know in the ad space that to really be effective, you're going to have to spend about $1,000 to $1,500 per month, or $4,500 over 3 months to be really, really in this game. And you got to look at what's the end game. How much does it cost? What's your ROI on top of that? How many personal brand workshops or engagements do I have to sell to pay for that? And for me, it's just one. I do one. So that told me if I can elevate and I do the math, I paid $50, I got 22,000 people looking at this. If I go to $4,500, now you start to get the math. We got millions of people looking at this, right? And if you go to lead generation, you're like, wow, for that $50, I got 10 ads. For 5,000, I'm going to probably end up with 1,000 leads. And 1,000 leads, if I can sell within that 1,000 leads, I'm doing pretty good. You know, I think I can win. So that's what I wanted to talk about with everyone here, to share if anyone has any questions about the 5-star BDM customer journey.
Thank you so much, Grant. I think that was a really, really compelling presentation. And, you know, of all of the folks in the course, you were definitely one of the folks who kind of rose to the top of having a really innate understanding of who your target audience is, and how you're going to move them down the marketing funnel. So thank you so much for that. And I love the ad, by the way. I thought it was really, really on point for what you're trying to market. And it's great that you voiced it too. I thought that was fantastic.
You know, there was one point I forgot to show that slide, which I don't know if I blasted past it. But on the customer journey, there are 13 points. This is what I've learned as a business development account executive for 25 years, that you're going to have to touch individuals, especially now. There's so much noise out there, 13 times. Can't just show them the ad once, you know, can't show it twice. You've got to have a multi-pronged approach of what I do, like podcasts, and then having an ad, and then having some text, you're going to have some articles out there in which you're touching people through email, phone calls, networking, and taking them through the funnel from awareness to consideration, and then consideration to conversion.
Excellent point. I could not agree more. And that's why, you know, for the folks who have had sales from this class, it's really kind of the cherry on top of the learning journey, because you've kind of bypassed those other touch points that Grant was just talking about.